Greetings and welcome to day 8 in the 12 Days of Christmas special, with today being all about acceptance, continuing on the energetic understanding of reality. So if you haven't yet watched the rest of the videos, I strongly suggest you go back, watch the first one on mainstream meditation, the first 5 episodes being all about meditation, some very powerful meditations, beginner style, as well as how to actually go about practicing it and the reasons for it. And then the journey so far on the Cosmic Surfer channel, which is to do with everything in existence being energy, vibrating at different frequencies, and then the ability to actually feel these energies, being an empath and being able to use that as a positive as opposed to mindlessly having it negatively affect you or draw you, drain you. So today is all about acceptance. Only through a full acceptance of all that is, was, or ever shall be will you ever truly be free. In order to live in happiness of what is, you must accept what has been and what is now. Accept the past, then you allow and let go of the past and you can focus back on the present moment. Picture yourself for a moment as a river. As the river flows downstream, continuing upon its journey forwards, it doesn't actually hold on to an understanding or a desire to have flowed any differently than it has up until this point. When we experience things in the past, which we perceive to be negative, we quite often attach to them with a desire to change them. But actually by attaching to them, by focusing on them with a want to change them, we are focusing upon them and lowering ourselves to vibrate in alignment with it once again. Say somebody hurt you, somebody wronged you. This, in truth, is an experience, the same as everything else is. Everything being energy vibrating at different frequencies, everything being an emotion. The emotions we experience, we are an emotion of the universe itself once again. Everything is energy in motion. Everything is energy vibrating. Somebody projected negative energy onto you and you took it, being personally affected by it because of the desire to not experience something that is being experienced in basic principle, then holding on to it every time you think about it and it weighs you down, limits you and affects you, you are choosing unknowingly to allow them to affect you once again, to drain you, to lower you, to limit you, to affect you. If somebody comes along and throws anger at me now, there was a time in the past where I would have instantly gone back with that anger. Now, I think, that's interesting. I wonder why they're so angry. I know it's nothing to do with me. I know I just happen to be there for an external representation of themselves for them to try to mirror or to throw that anger onto. They're angry inside themselves, so they throw it at somebody else. They throw it at you. If you take it personally, egoically, and then go, why have they done that to me? And then hold on to it, feeling limited and lacking through it, being affected negatively by it, then you are choosing, again, unknowingly, to allow for that to affect you. Something's taken place in the past. Accept it and let it go. Just like a river. If you hold on to negative events of the past, trying to deny their existence, trying to deny the fact they took place, trying to prevent that flow of water, then the water will sit there becoming stagnant, rotting and festering and detrimentally affecting all life within that water. Likened to a stream, if you put a dam in front of the flow, it stops the flow. You're trying to deny and prevent that water from flowing. If it then backs up to the point where there's no movement within the water, it becomes stagnant and detrimentally affects all life within it. Allow it to flow by. Remove the blockages and the obstacles by accepting they're there first of all. If there is something blocking the river and you don't deny, and you try to deny it, you don't accept that it's there, you can't go about removing it. By accepting the things which have happened to you in the past fully and completely, you can let them go. And again, likened to a river. If somebody comes along and throws some pollutants into the river, throws some rubbish in there, the river doesn't hold it and go, oh, why me? Why have they done that to me? Poor me. No, I didn't want this rubbish. So because I didn't want to experience it, I'm going to actually attach to it and focus upon it, and then keep myself here in this lower vibration. Somebody throws rubbish in the river just keeps flowing, flows the rubbish away, where it will be released to the sea and broken up and broken down into smaller particles, which in time can be redistributed, recycled, recleansed and redistributed where is required. Only through a full acceptance of all that is, was or ever shall be will you ever truly be free. So, the story of life, and I've used this several times in the past, but it's a beautiful analogy. So in every single Disney film, there is an event which takes place which leads the character down the path towards a happy ever after. There is a negatively perceived event. Most often the parents of the character die, or they are left with some form of traumatic event or experience to overcome. If, as they walk through the film, as they journey through the film, they focused on what had taken place, then really they would be remaining here, remaining energetically and through a focus of attention, mindfully here, in this event which limited me. I've been affected negatively, so I'm going to focus on it. Actually, by accepting it and then using it to benefit yourself through learnings, you can journey forward with more optimism, with more energy, with more vitality, with more purpose towards the destination that you're traveling towards. Only through a full acceptance of everything that was, is, or ever shall be, will you truly be free. This includes accepting yourself in completion, fully and completely. The very, very beautiful guilt removal video that is part of this series is something I would suggest that you not only use once, that you actually go back and use several times, as every time that we receive new information and our lenses of perception shift and alter slightly, then it allows us to see things in a new way, and it allows us to experience and perceive and integrate information in a new way. Okay, so when we read a book, as an example, at the start of our awakening journey, and then maybe read it 5 years later, some of the information that just went straight over our head at the start, we can then actually see, hear, and absorb, integrate, and feel. So, last little piece of information, last little imagery to leave you with an understanding and acceptance of all that is, was, and never shall be. Okay? The garden of the mind, as it does all start with a thought. Everything is a thought. Everything being experienced is being experienced in your mind, by your mind, and that is it. So a thought is what then you perceive to be reality. If you think of the past then exists within your mind, but it only exists in your mind. If you think to the future, to an unknown specified event in the future, project yourself there with a want or desire to control it or to manipulate the outcome in some way, then again the future exists, but only in that moment in your mind, and it's your projection of the future, your thoughts of it. And this moment now, everything being energy vibrating at different frequencies, and that you can then perceive it through your human senses, is being experienced in the mind. If you view a situation as positive, then you will experience it as positive. If somebody stood next to you believes that experience is negative, that exact same experience will have a different meaning and outcome for somebody else because of their interpretations, their desires, their beliefs, their way of thinking. So in the garden of the mind, there are weeds and there are flowers. It's important what you sow, as what you sow will grow. But it's more important upon what you focus upon and grow. Where your attention goes, your energy flows, and what you focus upon grows. If you focus on the weeds with a want to pull them out, with a want to change them, with a want to try to escape or deny that which has happened, or the negatives that are currently within the collective, then you are focusing your light of attention upon those weeds and growing them. If you focus upon the flowers, then you will grow them. You can go about removing the weeds. That is what I do on a one-on-one level with my clients. But unless you remove it right from the very root, it will grow back. And by focusing on the removal and then the regrowth of it, it actually imprints a stronger belief in the misbelief or the understanding that it can't be removed. I've already removed it and it's come back. Oh, it must be there. It must be part of me. It must be true. Everything's an interpretation. Everything's energy vibrating. Change the vibration. You change the event. You change your life in all ways by changing the way you vibrate. Okay? And all this information is housed within our Energy Mastery course, which is one of the most liberating and powerful courses we have ever created, or that has ever been created. So I would strongly suggest that after you finish this, that you go over and actually have a look on the Greatest Version website, greatestversion.club, at the Energy Mastery course. Master energy and you master life. So, if you focus upon the weeds, with a desire to remove them, with a desire to escape them, with the want to deny them, then in truth you are focusing your light of attention upon those weeds and growing them. If you focus on them daily, I don't want to do this, or I want to deny that, or I wish this didn't happen, then you will continue to grow the weeds to the exclusion of the flowers, to the exclusion of everything else, to the point they get so big that you cannot actually see anything else. I know this to be true because I've done it myself. That again is why I can bring all this information to you, because I have experienced it myself firsthand. I've walked both sides of the track. I've lived a very expansive and colourful life. And the ability to be able to feel other people's expressions, emotions and sensations is part of my journey and my growth process as well. Continue upon your journey. Continue to work through these videos, this beautiful course series of videos, and I look forward to connecting with you again on a deeper level very soon. And as I say, if this is the first video you're watching, then ensure that you actually go back to the start of the series and watch the complete series, with yesterday's episode actually being all about being an empath, being able to feel and experience other people's emotions. Ensure you subscribe to the channel, the Kosmic Surfer YouTube channel, and head over to the Mainstream Meditation YouTube channel and subscribe to that as well. Mainstream Meditation, tuning in to tune out and enjoying the adventure of life. One breath at a time. Love, light, and infinite blessings. Namaste. Thank you for who you are and all you continue to do. Thank you for continuing to gain the knowledge, the wisdom, for continuing to look within and doing the work required to bring freedom to not only yourself, but everybody else. As you continue to do the work, as you continue to expand your consciousness and awareness, you continue the expansion and awareness of everybody else, helping others to break free from that limitation and illusion of old. Continue to support me in all I do. Continue to grow the movement and continue to grow yourself.